We've toured Rome on the show many times over the years, and each time we visit, we are surprised at all the new things we discover.
To see what we can see.
Driving by Mangino's Auto Supply, you might never know what special fun awaits inside. Here, grown men revert back to little boys when they see Lou Mangino's collection of Lionel trains. It's a hobby turned business that's quickly taking over his shop.
It is a collection going wild. I had a Lionel train when I was 6 years old. When I went to college, my father gave it away. I wanted to put another train around the Christmas tree, and I decided I wanted a Lionel if I was going to do it. So I started going to train shows to look for the train that I had when I was 6 years old. My father gave it away for free. It cost me $500 to buy it all back.
And you're still not over it.
And I'm still not over it. So auto parts stores tend to be a guy's store, and trains are basically a guy's store. But the biggest difference is that little kids like trains. I was a little worried at first that with all the video games and things like that, that they wouldn't be really interested in doing model trains. But I was completely wrong. They come in here and they go out just smiling, and some of them run around the trains actually screaming. They're so excited to watch the trains. I have a lot of fathers and a lot of grandfathers that had trains when they were small, and now they want their grandchildren and their children to have a train. I think it's for them though, not for the kids.
One of Lou's prized trains is this one here. It's a door fan, and it is really an antique. It goes back quite a few years, actually into the 1920s. And when Lou talked about how he'd get up on Christmas morning and the train was around the Christmas tree, that for me was Christmas as well. I didn't care about the presents under the tree. All I cared about was the train that had been set up magically by my mom and dad overnight, and there it was to greet me on Christmas morning. There's no question that Lionel had the father-son market. They tried to capture the daughter-mother market with one of these. This oven was made in the 1930s, and it was genuine. I mean, you plug it in and you could cook things in the oven. It would never pass today's safety standards. And originally you could buy one of these for $30. Now, if you want to buy one, it'll cost you about $2,000.
There's the fruit of my labor when I get bored. Tell me that it's mightier than the sword. It's sweet and subtle as a song of the wren. Well, if a drunk man's words are a sober man's mind, it's all the same to her unless it's written on that line. Everything fades away without my pen. He who reaps, he writes, he sows. Patiently the pen waits under my nose. I come up with a good idea.
There's a new program about to blossom at the Marinus Willett Center at Fort Stanwix. Starting today is the brand new Junior Master Gardener program, a hands-on workshop where children grow plants just like the historic plants grown generations before in the Mohawk Valley.
Well, Sherry, we're really excited because this is a program that's been in the works for over 10 years, and in partnership with the state historic sites, specifically Steuben Historic Site up in Remsen, and also partnering with our Oneida Indian Nation allies that have already participated with us in previous programs at the fort. And it's a combination of gardening and digging up history. Well, through the research, we've established over 50 plants that Baron Steuben directly referenced to and was moving around the area, including delivering strawberries to Little Falls in June. And the kids will have a choice of which plants that they want to plant and develop and nurture right through the harvesting time in September.
Dig into history at the Junior Master Gardening Program today from 1 to 3. The program is free every Sunday through Memorial Day with new weekly activities, primarily for ages 8 to 12, but open to anyone interested in digging into history.
I can't stand it when you're not around. I don't know quite what to do with myself. So if you have to leave me tonight, now, baby, just don't come at all. When you're gone, you know just
We take a stroll along West Dominic Street to see what's new and not so new. After 26 years, Gary's Music is still a popular local music store, with everything you can imagine squeezed into this little shop.
Gary's has been a part of downtown Rome for nearly 30 years. So if you want to add a little rhythm or music to your life, come on in and, well, try the bongos or, what's this called? Or a steel drum, and try to make some music. I've never taken music lessons, so I'm not too terribly good at this, but you may want to try.
We can see traveling round.
The Capitol Theater here in Rome continues to host all kinds of events. For example, on this Saturday, Leon Etienne is going to be performing. He is the master illusionist that we featured on our show once. Now you can come and see him in person here in Rome. They also do classic silent films with the organ accompaniment. It's the organ that we featured on our show a few years ago. Here at the Capitol, they're going to be featuring a very, very well-known movie, The Birth of a Nation. The film has come to be considered very racist, and here in Rome, Scott McDonald, who is a professor of film history at Hamilton College, is going to be giving a presentation before the film about that aspect, and there's also going to be a panel discussion.
Also this season, the Capitol Theater presents less controversial films, such as the silent film comedy 3 Ages, The Wizard of Oz, and Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn in Charade.
Right next door to the Capitol Theater here in Rome is a place called the Local Market. You can come in here and get yourself honey and oat bread made in Blossvale, New York. You can find orange yogurt that is from Little Falls, and it's from 100% grass-fed cows. Then there's something that I don't think I've seen, oh gosh, in how many years? This milk is non-homogenized. You have to shake it to get the cream into the milk. And you don't find this kind of thing very many places, but you can find it here in Rome.